'Tis better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. Alfred Lord Tennyson wrote that line in a poem decades ago, but the mantra is alive as ever. See, great writers like him have a way of turning simple words into something memorable, something timeless. I wouldn't know. I've been a struggling writer for years, trying to make a living the only way I know how, by spilling my soul into every paragraph, hoping somebody will care to listen. But sometimes it all becomes too much, too painful to put into words on the paper in front of me. It's times like this that I think it's hopeless, my career, my life, like it wasn't meant to be. And then I get reminded of a girl I knew a little while ago. I was working on a love story back when we were dating. It was the perfect chance to turn everything around. She was the source of my happiness and inspiration, and I tried so hard to make it all work. I knew she had a boyfriend, but I didn't care. Neither did she. They hadn't been getting along, and she was just going through a rough time in her life. I wanted to be there for her, and be the guy that a beautiful girl like her deserved. Every night I would go home and write about the time we spent together, hoping that someday it would make the perfect story. The story of how happy she made me. We were falling in love with each other, and every day was a new chapter in the story of our lives. But after a while, something went wrong. It was like her mind was somewhere else. I still had feelings for her, and I didn't want to lose everything we had worked for, but I couldn't shake the feeling she was still thinking about him. I still kept writing. I tried not to lose hope. Maybe everything would work out in the end in a miraculous twist of fate, but it didn't feel right. Seeing the words in front of me, reading them back, I knew I was losing her. It was a while before I saw her again, but when I finally did, the tension was unbearable. It seemed like she was happy at first, but I knew she was faking it. He was still on her mind, and he knew I was with her. Looking back, I should have seen it coming. The story was turning into a tragedy. There's no happy ending in store, and the words were glaring in my face. When he showed up that day, my world came crashing down around me. He was stealing her away from me. Recounting the moments was too painful. The way he was treating her, grabbing her, pushing her around like she was property. I couldn't let it end like this. So I gave it everything I had. I fought for her. I fought for me. I fought for us. There was no point. It was over.
Closed. It's time to go.
I guess when having such a hard time in life, you're willing to reach out for anything that feels like hope. But a story always has an ending, and it isn't always what you want. I guess it just wasn't meant to be.